Hey there guys, this is Malorian, and this will be 2 games with Epic Caine. Now I'm going to tell you right now that both these games were fairly quick, however, I felt that there's a good message at the end, so I thought it'd be a really good one to share. Plus, I'm kind of working on my Epic Caine right now, because even though it's a list I've really come to like, I've had to change it up, because Rupert is better with Haley 3, so I gotta kind of work out my last few points here for Caine2. Really, I got like 4 points I'm kind of wavering on, and so on this one here, it's Pendrake and Hawk, but we'll kind of see how that goes. Either way, I am up against Aaron on the other side. He'll be running Gaspy 3. There's a couple of proxies there, say with the Stitch Trolls and stuff, but the main thing here is that it's running the Kraken. There's also a Harrier there, and really what I really see this game coming down to is, if I can, I'm going to assassinate Gaspy 3, and if not, destroy the Kraken, shoot off all these little Mechanothralls in the center, and I mean, this one should be pretty much in my favor, I think. So I get first turn, I put Blur up onto the Press Gangers there, everything's really running forward, hold back a little bit there on the right because his Soul Hunters, you know, they can kind of get at me. He is running here in tier, so he is going to get extra deployment, I believe it was. He also gets like souls and corpses all over the place. He could have actually advanced deployed the pistol race, but decided not to, just because you don't want them, you know, be sniped by my gun mages. So he's kind of holding them back. But yeah, this is pretty much what I do my first turn. Just kind of rush up there. So on his turn, he kind of runs up there. One of my rangers got a little bit too close and got engaged. But otherwise, everything's kind of running up to my face. One shot goes and scatters and kills a couple of guys. Nothing too serious. And so this is really how it ends here. Now, on my turn, what I'm looking at is that I probably can start scoring on the left flag. I mean, not on this turn, but on his next turn, I can really just gum that up and start scoring. Now, Gaspy 3 is on the other side of this house. Assassination is off the table. So what I think I'm going to do then is I'm going to feat and just really cripple this Kraken. If I get lucky, I might destroy it, but that's what I'm going to do, is really kind of just crush the center and set up my spot for a scenario win. So this turn was probably really devastating to my opponent. I felt kind of like a jerk because I just kept shooting, and it was just bang, bang, bang. One soul or ranger takes a free strike and dies, but then the rangers themselves kill off all the soul hunters. Then I start shooting. I'm able to kill Vociferon. I'm able to kill off, you know, all of the what do we call them? The Mechanothralls, even the 2 Brute Thralls. So the entire unit is gone. There's nothing to be brought back. And then that's where I go up with Caine, pop feet after I get an extra bullet, took one from the Squire, and I start shooting at the Kraken. And it gets down to like 8 boxes. It is really messed up. Otherwise, then Rowdy moves in front, just kind of block line of sight and all those things. On the left, all the Press Gangers charged in, did their stuff. Alexia makes a Bane, warrior, whatever you call it, and this guy goes onto the flag so I can start scoring there. But yeah, he's kind of in a bad spot. However, I did make one mistake, because Pendrake had one job, and that was to go to the middle of that forest, and without doing that, I believe he has room to trample to that area in the forest and then attack Caine. Luckily for me, he doesn't see that move. He just tries to get up there and grind. So he repairs up the Kraken a bit, and it starts to attack me. And all over the board, guys, I felt really bad, because out of the 6 tough tests I had to make, I made 5 of them. So, I mean, already we're so crippling where I killed so much. Now when he actually gets to try and kill some of my guys, it was just tough, 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 tough. And I mean, at this point here, it's really over. So officially he throws in the towel, and this turn doesn't even happen. But really, I mean, I scored one his turn. The Kraken would have gone down. The scenario would start going completely in my favor. But yeah, got the win here. But yeah, it could have gone the other way because of one simple mistake. So game 2, and this one here will be up against Searforge. So interesting one here with Osram. The battle engine on the right, that's actually going to be their new battle engine, which of course isn't out yet, but he wants to try playing with. This river in my way is going to be a huge pain. And then, of course, he gets a little bit of advantage where he got of course, Searforge gets like an extra 4 inches of deployment, so they're a little far up there. But to me, with seeing all these shots and all these blasts and stuff and all the sprays, I think I could win this one by death clock if I really wanted to, just because those things take a lot of time and I have a lot of recursion. But I think in the end, it'll be a lot easier for me just to go for assassination. He doesn't really have a lot to hide from. This one is kill box, so I'm planning just to get to the side of the river with Caine and then go for the assassination. So he got first turn. He really just rushes on up. Snipe is on to his battle engine, and with that he got a good scatter that was able to kill off one of my press gangers, but otherwise things are just moving up. He was kind of complaining, talking about how he didn't know why he deployed behind that swamp, but hey, I'll take it. Alright, so on my turn, I'm going to be putting Blur up onto the press gangers. Everything runs up as best it can. I lost a lot of time just trying to measure it out for the river, and like what parts of my half speed, what part of my full speed. But after that was all done, the biggest part there is that Caine had Gatecrasher to get nice and close. I could have got a little bit closer. That objective of mine is the effigy, so it could have given me cover, but I was a little bit scared where I didn't want to get too close to it because my angle to get out from it after could be difficult, and I felt pretty safe where I was. So overall, I mean, even with the blur, I was like, maybe I should put the blur on Caine. No, he doesn't have a lot that can get me. I'm defense 19, so I should be all right. And guys, that almost lost me the game. Now, really, he goes up here with his high shields, and they do their little mini feat, and they start shooting, and they don't have range to Caine. They're barely out, but I have not faced high shields in a long time. I didn't remember that they had the combined arms, so that would have been a big deal. And yeah, they shoot up and kill a bunch of my press gangers. Then he starts shooting at Caine. Some of them miss, but the AoEs then drift and catch me, do some damage. And after all the stuff happens, I am down to one box. Just one box. So otherwise, it looks like this. Another thing, I mean, Osram, I don't know if I've ever faced him. This might be either first or second time I faced him, but I didn't realize that then also the units can move through each other. So then the Forge Guard go charging and running through and blocking line of sight and stuff like this. And this is what it looks like here. Now, I am completely thanking the luck gods that I am still alive, because I just did not see this coming. And as well, at the end of his turn, he realized he buggered up because he forgot about the extra speed and Pathfinder that you got from the high shields. So those high shields could have got even closer and could have combined like CRA onto Caine, and that would have been horrendous. So I am kind of wishing I would have put Blur on myself. I know the Avalancher there had gotten the drive up and then aimed and hit me, and that really hurt. That did a bunch of damage right there. But yeah, I definitely, now that I'm at one box, I need to go for the assassination. And looking at this here, the issue is that Osram's feat also gives +2 armor, so his armor's a little bit higher. He's only camping a little tiny bit, so that's not that bad. But I have to kill one high shield in front, which is shield walled, and he also has a shield guard there as well. So what I need to do is I need to kill that Bokur to take away the shield guard, and if I can kill the high shield as well, that would be great. And then after that, pop feet and go. Now, a problem with popping feet is that one of his scattering AoEs also killed Reinhold, so there's one less shot. So after it's all set up, made a little derp move here where after I shot and threw everything in, I eventually did kill the Bokur, but then I did this thing here with Alexia where I blocked all the line of sight to the Forge Guard so I could put a Risen there, turn it to a Bane Thrall, whatever. It was going to charge up and get a charge as well, but then I remembered, oh yeah, I need her to actually shoot the high guard here, the high shield, so she shoots the high shield, then she can't make a warrior, so whatever. But Caine comes over, feats. He is marked because of the Rangers. I do miss one shot, which makes it really scary, but after everything was done, I was able to kill Osram and get the win. So, like I said, these are two quick games, but this is where the message comes across. A lot of people talk about what you can learn from your losses. Go back, see what you did wrong, but something you really should do is go back and see what you have to learn from your victories. In this game here, I mean, I could walk away from this and say, you know what? I won 2 games. I am awesome. Ha ha ha. But that is not true. These things could have gone very easily the other way. Mistakes were definitely made. In the first game there, up against Gaspy, I did not block the trample completely, and that could have cost me, so I had to be careful there. Also, early in the game, I was too close to Rowdy, so I could have taken some blast damage on Caine, and that would have sucked. In this one here, not only was I too far up, I mean, I didn't need to be that far back, or far up, rather. I could have been back near the river, because I can move 7 and shoot 12, and in kill box, that's pretty good. But I just kind of wanted to be up there and be threatening, and didn't really respect what he could do to me. We were talking about after that something else he could have done is ran up the little gun bunny, energizer stuff to get in the right spot, and then the basher slams the gun bunny into Caine and knocks me down, and then I'm dead. And so again, if I was further back, that wouldn't be an issue. But yeah, mistakes made, and definitely something to learn from. So there you guys go, 2 games, and really the message here, guys, that even in your own games, you know, take a look at your losses, take a look at your wins, because if you learn from them, that's the main thing. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye.